Good morning. This is Chris from CK Hall Adventures, and just wanted to say how you guys doing out there. Foster and I just got back from a little backpacking trip for his birthday, and the one thing that I forgot to do was do a review on Kuju coffee. This is actually a really neat coffee. I'll go more into it in a minute. Right now we are getting the old Uberleben stove going. As you can tell, it's got a nice flame. London's over here helping me. Say hi, TV.
Hi, TV.
Hi, YouTube people.
Hi, TV. I'm having a stick. You think it's weird?
So we're sitting here. I think we've got a really good flame going. So we're about to get the water boiling, and woo, hello flame, and then we will. The flame's kind of going sideways at me. But anyway, since you can pretty much use any type of stove to get this going, this isn't necessarily an Uberleben video, even though I do love this compact little twig stove. It is awesome. It's the perfect size to take. It compacts down into this little bitty canvas bag, which I love. But this is what the coffee looks like right here. Pretty cool little contraption. I'll show you that in a little bit. But I'm going to get the water going. So what we're going to do is I'm going to time it and see how long it takes. It's a pour over coffee. I want to see how long it takes from the moment that the water's boiling to pouring it over into a cup to be able to get a good measurement of just the time it would take to have a good cup of coffee out in the woods. Sorry I didn't do this on trail, but you know, we're at home now, so let's get this going. Okay, while the water is boiling, it's smoking a little bit, but while it's boiling, I just wanted to kind of get this going. A little ash got in my coffee cup. All right, so get the bag out. Take that off. Alright, so like I said, it comes in this little contraption here. Here we go. Alright, so it comes. This is what it looks like, and what's neat is what you do is there's a little open thing here. You just rip it off. You could even just throw it in the fire. Woo! Hello. Alright. Then you just open it up and you see those. Look at those nice coffee grounds. It's not instant. I don't think it's instant. It smells like real. It's got kind of a floral, kind of a nutty floral smell to it. This is the light roast of Kuju coffee. Then it has these wings that come across like that. Let me put that on the coffee cup and then I'll swing you around to see that. It was kind of a weird view, wasn't it? Alright. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Look at those wings. Your coffee can soar. So this is the idea is great. The idea, London, be careful. The idea is great because you get a way to have a really nice black coffee. You get to do a pour over for all you folks out there that like to do pour over coffee. I think it's going to be a great cup of coffee compared to a lot of the instant coffees that are on the market. Now, of course, I have one of my favorite instant coffees, and I'll go ahead and do two shout outs. One for Kuju here that we're doing the review on, and second for it's a Korean company called Maxim. They have these little packets. I've never done a review on it. I probably should, but it's just basically a packet. It's got instant coffee in it, a little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar. I think they do have one that's black. I haven't tried it yet, but definitely we should look into that. But it's a real, if you need coffee on the go, you put 2 packets in a cup, you're ready to rock and roll. So say hi.
Hi, hello, Doc. How did you do? Daddy's want to show you auto thing. You know you Daddy already showed you a fire, and now he's on showing you how he's gonna make another toffee, okay?
Okay. All right, they got it. So anyway, we're gonna try this. The one thing that I don't like about it is in the package you get 5 packs of coffee for $7.95. The only drawback that I am seeing so far, and we'll wait to do the whole taste test in just a minute, is the fact that not only is the 5 packets for $7.95, but the shipping and handling to get to your house is also $7.95. So you're looking at $16 for 5 packs of coffee. I think that's a little ridiculous. I would love for them to come down on their shipping and handling and maybe work out something with Walmart or Amazon Prime. Of course, I'm a big Prime member, so I love my Amazon Prime. But I would love for them to work out something with those folks to be able to get this at a more reasonable price. Maybe just a slightly better shipping and handling. I think would go tremendously far. Because overall, I think the actual taste test of this is going to be fantastic. I'm just guessing. So it looks like the water's about to start boiling. So I'm going to put you on hold for a minute, and then we'll get back to the pour. Okay, real quick while the water is about to boil. The Uberleben, one of the things that I love about this stove is that not only do you have this big area right here to be able to feed the fire, but depending on your pot size, this stove is large enough to where you could also feed it from any of the angles here to get kind of just a different angle on the wood that's going in, or twigs or pine cones. Of course, pine cones you probably need to put right up in there. But it's great little air stove just to really get that going. I see bubbles. Look at those bubbles starting to form. Look at that, getting ourselves a nice little boil. And it's only been, because I started this fire right before this video, and it's been about 7 minutes and 25 seconds to get that boil going. So that's not bad at all, folks. It really is not. Folks, all right, I think we've got ourselves a nice rolling boil. So let's start the time on the watch. All right, here we go. Here's the watch, the timekeeper, the official timekeeper. Okay, we're gonna get this going and see how long it takes to get a nice cup of coffee. Time starts now. All right. So got that off. Woo, still got a nice little fire. You know, if you want to scramble some eggs or anything like that, maybe throw something on there like with the kettle, with the skillet. There's plenty of room on that to put a small camping skillet. Heck, you could just have it for ambiance. Great if you're going to a place that maybe they don't want you to start campfires. So you could actually still have a fire and just have it going in this firebox. And in most places, if it's in a and I'm sure some people on YouTube may correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure that if you're in places where they don't want you to have any open campfires, that as long as it's in a firebox, you should be good to go. I haven't had any problems with it, but here we go. All right, we got the water. All right. You just want to fill it up to the top, and according to the directions, it says you want to probably get about 4 or 5, about 4 doses of putting water into it. So it's not as quick as the instant coffee, because you are in the process of basically brewing your own cup of coffee. So it takes just a little bit longer, but the benefit of that is to have a great cup of non-instant coffee in the woods. That's phenomenal. Now, the difference between maybe having something like this and one of those little silicone portable drip coffee drip things that you can take with you. I've seen some of those on Amazon for like $6-7. The difference is less amount of stuff you need to bring. With those, you got the silicone, then you're gonna have to bring the filters, and then you're going to have to bring the coffee, and so you know there's a little bit more to it. Whereas this is all one system. You got the coffee, the filter, and the drip mechanism all in one process. So you don't have to worry about, and that's what it looks like down there. So far on the third fill up, we're almost half a cup. So, and I guess, you know, the more times you put coffee in that, the less times you do it, the more strong the coffee is going to be. The more times it's going to be a little bit weaker. So depending on what your flavor is, how you're viewing that, we'll see what happens. So sit here and wait for a minute. But overall, like I said, I don't mind waiting for a good cup of coffee. I mean, how sometimes you go to Starbucks and you got to wait quite some time to get a good cup of coffee. So that's okay. Like I said, the only thing so far, pre-taste test, that I don't like is the $7.95 shipping and handling charge. I think that's a little ridiculous. So we are now on, I think, the fifth fill up, and we are about right, almost to the top. We have crossed over into actually just kind of like a tea bag. The coffee is now kind of sitting pretty inside the cup, kind of soaking like a tea bag now. So I don't know if that adds any extra flavor to it or not. But you know what? I think we're good to go there. I think so. So I think that was 5 fill-ups to get right there. So I'm going to move that back up there. Okay, so that took 4 minutes and 13 seconds to get those results right there. So in 4 minutes and 13 seconds, so we'll even it down to just 4 minutes flat, you get what looks to be a decent cup of coffee out in the woods. So stop the time. There is in this contraption, it looks like this is all paper. I do not see any metal within the wing system at all. So I do not see a problem when you're at a campsite. As for leaving no trace, would be to take this and just throw the whole thing into the fire. Everything appears to be either coffee grounds, filter, or paper. So I think we should be good to go. So now to the taste test. We got a little bit of extra flavor in there from some ash, which is okay. It was the first time that I've drank a little ash. So here we go. Smell test. It smells. You know when you've gone out on a back in the traditional campsites with your family or the Cub Scouts, and somebody has brought one of those old-fashioned percolators that you can put on the campfire. That's what it smells like, is the coffee from an old campfire percolator. It's exactly what it smells like. All right, now going for the test. Okay. On a brew scale from 1 to 10, we're at about an 8. It's a really good cup of coffee. So for me, being a black coffee lover, for good coffee, I do like a little cream and sugar on coffee that's not so, hello wind, that's not so good. I do put a little cream and sugar in, but anyway, that's off topic. But for it's really good coffee, I do like it black, especially out in the whenever I go camping. So again, 8 out of 10 on the coffee scale. I think we're looking solid. This is a winner in my book. The only drawback is that extra $7.95 charge. The extra $7.95 charge when it comes to purchasing the product. They do have, I think, 3 different flavors. I think there's a medium roast and a dark roast. I just happen to get the light roast. So if you do want a more robust flavor, I think you'd be solid on either the medium or the dark. So for me, it's a thumbs up. And hey, happy camping.